Good evening, and welcome to the fascinating web series where we dive into the obscure world of internet communication, exploring chat rooms and the creepy people that lie within them. All conversations and people in these episodes are completely real, and as a warning, some of the content can be disturbing and some people may wish not to view. With that being said, please enjoy. Discord Predator Hunting.
Good evening, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Discord Predator Hunting. In tonight's episode, we talk to a man with a very creepy request. We talk to a 28-year-old man who asks if he can urinate on who he believes is a 13-year-old girl. Truly sickening stuff. Before we check it out, make sure that you go to my channel and look at my brand new series, 7 Shocking Facts. I've got a new one coming out about Belle Delphine. So if you like this, you'll be sure to love that. So go check it out. With that being said, please check out this video.
So, it's been a while, huh? For both of us. Kinda had a little dry spell there, but I'm back. The bitch is back. But I'm not a bitch, I'm a man. And a man produces cubs, like a tiger. Speaking of cubs, isn't that what Discord CEOs are into? Anyway, welcome back to my original YouTube series, Discord Predator Hunting, created by me, PickSurprise. In this series, basically what happens is I create a fake profile on the chatting application that is known as Discord. For this episode, I have gone with the username of Abby Forever. I set my profile picture as a selfie that was provided to me by one of my friends who is 19 years of age, and who has agreed to be the catfish girl for this video. Next, I joined multiple servers, most with the intention of being for e-girls and desperate simps. And surely enough, it doesn't take long for my direct message box to become full of simpy predators. The predator that we're going to be focusing on today goes by the username of CN Shotgun 92. He is from Florida, and he is 27 years old. Now, this predator I was in active communication with from the 20th of May 2020 all the way up until mid-August. That's right, these conversations took place over the course of 3 months. He slithers his way into my DMs by greeting me with the message of, "Hey, you seem pretty cool and I'd love to get to know you." So I respond accordingly. "Oh, awesome, sure, what's up?" He then asks me what I'm doing, to which I respond, "Just watching Netflix, you?" He then goes on to tell me about some Netflix show I've never heard of, nor do I care about, but tell him that one day I may give it a watch. We then stop speaking until 2 days later. I say we, but in reality, I just couldn't be bothered replying to him. But anyway, 2 days later, on the 23rd of May, I replied to him, making the excuse that I was busy talking to my friends, because simps will believe anything a girl tells them. Come on, let's be honest. We then get onto the subject of hobbies. I say I enjoy watching YouTube, and then ask him if he's up to anything fun, and immediately, I regret asking. He lets me know that he is just relaxing, looking at naked ladies.
Okay.
A tad strange considering I don't even know the guy, but I let it slide for now considering the ages aren't out there yet. But it continues to only get creepier as he makes the following proposition. "Wanna help with that?" Shortly followed by, "I'd love to see you naked." Alarm bells were now certainly going off in my head, and I knew I needed to let him know I was uncomfortable and find out how old he is. I say I'm too nervous and ask for his age, and my suspicions are confirmed about the 92 in his name, as he tells me he is 27. I immediately tell him I am 13, so that anything else that is said is with the ages on record. He doesn't seem fazed though in the slightest, as he asks, "Are you okay with showing me?" I ask him to be more specific, and he is. "Are you okay with showing me your naked body? Because I am okay with it." I let him know I am unable, as I'm watching TV with my mum. He adds, "When you get a chance." I try to put it off, as I'm not up to showing him, like any young girl should be. I say, "I'm nervous. What do I do? Because my sister is in my room and my dad is in the shower." He tries asking if I have 2 bathrooms, but I tell him I do not. Also guys, if you are enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell button so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you. He continues to push me despite knowing my age, as I continue to tell him I am nervous and have never done this before. I also add that my mum might see. He tells me to just be sneaky, but once again I leave him on red and don't reply. He then waits until the next day to send another message. He asks me if I'm okay and where I'm from. I tell him I am from the UK and then ask him where he is from. He tells me the USA. He then asks, "So, "What are you up to?" After telling him that I'm just watching YouTube, I ask him, "What about you?" He responds with, "Just thinking about seeing you." He then digs the hole even deeper and adds, "All of you, in a little bikini, or naked." I reply, "I don't want to get caught though." He tries to push me another time as I remain reluctant, but I continue to let him know I am not comfortable with what he is asking of me. But he is not having any of it and instructs me to go to the bathroom and lock the door, then take a few pics and send them over. After I ignore him, he asks if he can at least see my face. I take this as my chance to find out what he looks like, so I make a proposal of trading selfies. He agrees to do so, and then I am greeted by this unsettling looking face that not even a mother could love. I then hold up my end of the bargain and send a selfie provided by my friend. He lets me know that I am adorable, and after reconfirming my age, he also tells me that I'm really cute and that he would love to see more pics of me. So after expressing that I am uncomfortable with anyone's containing my body, I send him another selfie. Worryingly, he says, "You are so gorgeous." After this, I was actually busy doing something else, so I make out that I'm going to have dinner. I then don't reply to him for a whole 3 days because I simply felt like it. After we begin chatting again, he tells me about his work. We find out he's a pool builder. After he gets home from work, he eerily tells me, "I wish I could see you in your bed." Once again, as if he wasn't getting the hint, he keeps asking to see me, encouraging me to sneak to the bathroom to take pictures. I continue to make excuses and he settles on being able to see one the following morning. Quick side note, I've noticed my competitors' videos and they seem to be doing quite well, and I put it down to them including Pepe memes in their predator hunting videos, so here's a Pepe. How's that? And here's another one. Oh, look at that. Isn't this a funky meme? Isn't this great and relatable? You happy now? Is this stale enough for you? Is that worth an extra 2 million views? Honestly. The following day, he messages me again, and of course, asks for more pics of me. Getting frustrated with his persistence, I give in and send another selfie, and yet again he calls me cute. The conversation then pretty much dies, and I don't reply to him for another 3 days. However, on this day, nothing much is said, and it's mostly just idle chit-chat. The following day, he messages me again. However, this time, when he tells me about his hobbies, he tells me that he occasionally has sex too. I act surprised and then make out like I know nothing about it. He tells me it's very fun and asks if I haven't had sex yet. I restate the fact that I'm only 13 and he goes on to say, "I mean, you never know nowadays, some kids are having sex by 12. I say, "Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'm scared to do it." He says, "Yeah. You hear about it over here at least." In an attempt to find out more specifically where here is, I ask what state, which is how I found out that he is from Florida. He then starts to turn up the creepy level by asking, "Have you ever been close to having sex?" I tell him that, to be honest, I haven't even kissed a boy. He empathizes and says, "I was 25 before I kissed a girl or had sex." Somehow I don't find that hard to believe. He says he thinks it's a good thing and also feels the need to add, "Also for some reason, I last a long time." Furthermore, he steps it up a notch by asking, "Do you get turned on by anything?" I think of a basic answer like muscles, but don't seem enthusiastic. He doesn't seem to be satisfied by my answer, as if he wanted me to be into something he is also into. I explain that I'm not really interested and just didn't want anything appearing in my search history. And this is where it takes a really twisted turn as we find out what his darker side consists of. As he asks, "Want me to show you some stuff I'm into?" I reluctantly say, "Okay," and he tells me, "This is something I think is really hot," and sends me an explicit gif of a naked woman eating Cheerios peeing on her sofa. I act mortified and ask, "Oh my god, is she peeing?" He confirms, and I ask him why he finds it hot, as I am baffled that he would send this to who he believes is a 13-year-old girl. He says he just finds something about it to be really hot, and then asks if I don't like it. I tell him, no, I don't think so. And then without any prompting, he proceeds to send another disgusting gift to me of a man urinating into a condom whilst a masked female fondles him, performing all kinds of obscenities using her mouth, wrapping it around what looks like a golden water balloon, and has the nerve to ask, better? I can tell you now, I was not better. I tell him that I've never seen this before and ask, he is peeing into the rubber thing? He answers, yeah, and then sends me another disturbing gif of a man peeing onto a blindfolded girl, as if that's something a 13-year-old would want to be sent. He makes a remark of the gif stating, I also think this is hot too. I ask why the man is doing what he is doing, and he tells me some people think it's hot. I ask if he would do it to me if I was with him, and disturbingly he says, yeah, I would. Also adding, if you were naked of course. I point out that it might be messy, and apparently he already has it all planned out, as he mentions that's why we would do it outside in the grass. At this point I was already in absolute disgust. Little did I realise he was about to get even worse. He tells me, I also love seeing girls pee in their own faces. I ask how that's even possible, and instead of explaining, he sends me another pornographic gif, this time of a girl on her back with her bottom in the air. You can probably figure out the rest. Needless to say, it's a nauseating thought. He then makes a disturbing proposition, as he asks, is that something you'd ever do? I explain I might try it for a laugh, but won't be filming it. He pushes me and says, you should try it before you take a shower tonight, and if you like it, maybe take a video next time. Repulsed, I ask, that would make you feel good? And he lets me know, yeah, especially if I got to see it. Furthermore, he states, I also like when girls wear short skirts and no underwear. Gobsmacked, I just reply, oh, okay. But he doesn't want to stop there and wants to turn up the creepy meter even further, as he asks, so, have you ever thought about what it would be like if you saw someone masturbating in public? I mean, what kind of a question is that to ask a child? I freak out like any person at that age would and ask, in public? Like outside? People do that? As he replies, yeah. I give him an answer I don't think he was looking for. I say, I didn't know that. I guess I would just kinda look at them and be confused. He seems slightly frustrated and goes on to say, oh, okay, not flirting with me? I explain I don't know how to, as I'm new to it. The next few days were followed by cringy e-talk of him calling me adorable, beautiful, and how he can't get over how cute I am. And this continues on and off for a whole month, when finally on the 21st of July, he starts to turn up the creepy meter yet again. After telling me he is working, suspiciously he inquires, got any ideas or things for me? I reply, like what? He tells me maybe some cute pics of you. I inform him I don't have any more apart from the ones I already showed you. Unsatisfied, he tells me I could take more for him. However, I ignore him. Later into the evening, he asks what I'm up to. After finding out that I am lay in bed, he makes a vile statement. I wish you were here next to me. I ask, really? And he adds, you're really hot and I'd love to be next to you. I ask, just to cuddle? This is where the conversation takes another extremely dark turn, as he hints, maybe more than just a cuddle. Would you be up for that? I nervously reply, depends what it is. He says, maybe some cuddling, maybe some rubbing your booty, or other places too. Would you be okay with that? I say, I mean sure, just for him to then add, what about naked? I say, why not? Clearly unfazed by the age difference, he states, I'd love to see that gorgeous naked body. Truly sickening to say to who he believes is a 13-year-old girl. I tell him that I have to sleep, and he sends me off with a haunting goodnight message. I hope to see your naked body soon. Good night, sexy girl. After continuing to receive creepy messages from him over the next few days, I decide it is finally time to call up this predator and confront him verbally. I attempt to lure him into a call with the reason of me being bored, but he isn't eager to jump in there for just a general chat, and seemingly he won't ever be able to get into a call at all. I try something that I feel may get his attention and get him into the call for interrogation. I tell him I was going to surprise him with the pee thing that he wanted me to do for him. All of a sudden, his tone changes as he asks, really? That would be really hot. In that case, I could do it in a few minutes when I go to lunch. Success. The time has finally come for us to confront this man on his actions. I tell him that I need to get ready and put some towels down. He tells me that he's going to lunch in 3 minutes, so I tell him I will hurry. Minutes later, he calls me. The following audio is that voice call.
Hello?
Hello.
Right, listen here, mate. Why do you, a fully grown man, want to pee on a 13-year-old girl? What is wrong with you? Hello? Of course. One day we'll get him to stay, I swear. One day.
And that's going to do it for another episode of Discord Predator Hunting. If you did enjoy and you do want to see more in the future, please be sure to share this video with everyone you can. Be sure to Snapchat it, tweet it, or even tag everyone in a Discord server with it. That's all from me. As always, I've been PickSurprise. Stay safe and goodbye.